Snake, have you seen Dr. Strangelove or How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love the Bomb?
What?
Dr. Strangelove. Have you seen it?
No.
It's about this insane American Air Force commander who sends a bomber out to drop an H-bomb on Russia. It's a black comedy.
Doesn't sound very funny to me.
The actor who plays Dr. Strangelove also plays two of the other main characters. It's actually kind of funny once you get past the scary parts. It just came out this year, so I bet you could still go and see it.
Maybe when I'm in a lighter state of mind, I'll give it a try.
Attack!
Russia.
Well, we finally made it to Dr. Strangelove.
About time.
I've seen this film before. I think it's very good, and I think you'll like it.
I think I'll like it too. Is there going to be any, pale complexion, short-haired, sunglass-adoring doctors in this, perhaps?
There might be.
Oh, well, I do
maybe
hope
not.
so.
Maybe not all of those things, but yeah, several of those aspects distributed amongst several characters.
Oh, so are they going to do the fusion dance at the end and become Dr. Strangelove from Metal Gear?
Yeah, the bomb that they have to learn to love at the end is actually a spirit bomb.
All right, I thought you were going to say it's the bomb. She was the bomb.
But yeah, no, it's a very good film. It's oh god, I should do research before we start doing these things, but I think this is the same guy who did 2001: A Space Odyssey.
All right.
Is it Kubrick? Is that who it is?
I don't know.
All right, well, I'll have a little look between recordings just to verify, but I'm pretty sure that's the case.
I've not seen that film. I've only seen a couple clips.
Yeah, I've seen that. It's not quite what I was expecting, because I've seen lots of references to it, but it sort of never solidified in my mind, like, all these things are connected, and then when you watch the film, it sort of, spans many years.
Is that the one with the space baby?
Yes.
Love me a space baby.
I was unaware. I'd heard of a Star Child, but I'd never actually seen an image of it, so when I did finally see it, I was like, oh, that's what the Star Child is.
Did David Bowie tell you about the Star Child?
He may have referenced the Star Child, but I think it was a different Star Child.
Well, he didn't really care about when the Star Child was a Star Child.
No.
Only when he grew up, he thought, oh, he's much more interesting now.
Yes, as a man.
I don't even know what David Bowie sounds like when he's talking normally.
It sort of sounds a bit like this.
My God. Was that David Bowie? He's back!
I was just popping in. I hope you fellas enjoy the film. You know what I mean? Anyway, I'll just be off now.
You're just popping in from the afterlife.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That was not David Bowie at the end. Yeah!
That wasn't David Bowie. That was me.
Oh, I can't tell anymore. You're both so similar. You sing kind of similar.
Yeah. Anyway, let's do this.
Yes, please.
So, that was Dr. Strangelove, or How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love the Bomb. It's you could say it's a black comedy. You could say it's political satire. But at heart, this is a farce, isn't it? Wouldn't you say?
Are you talking to me now?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, sorry, I got a bit distracted because I swear you just said the bombing of Russia, but never mind.
I hope I didn't.
No, you didn't really.
No, I just said it's a farce. The movie.
What? Was a movie called Farce?
No, the movie. What are you doing?
I don't know. I don't understand.
The movie is a farce.
It is a farce.
Yes.
And I mean, throughout the whole thing, I was thinking, this is like a play, isn't it?
Yes.
I mean, there's only 3 stages, pretty much. There's the war room. There's the cockpit of the bomber, and there's the office of the nut job general fella, captain, whatever his face is.
Yeah, pretty much. There's a few splinter sets from that area, but those are the 3 main locations.
I gotta say, I did enjoy it. It took me a while to actually get into it. Actually, it took me a while. I think it took a while for the game. I keep saying the game. For the film to come out as what it truly is. Because at the beginning, it's not really easy to know.
It's not clear that it's taking the piss.
No. Because it's touching on a serious subject. And for the most part, past few movies we've been watching, they have been pretty dire, pretty serious films on the subject of nuclear war. And I did go into this thinking there's got to be some, like, humour to this, because, I mean, the title itself is quite humorous.
Yeah.
Strangelove is very strange. Oh, by the way, speaking of Strangelove, I did make a list of things I was hoping to see in this film. Sunglasses.
Mm-hmm.
Woman.
Yeah.
Pale. I mean, it's hard to tell with a black and white film.
Yeah, yeah.
But if it's more white than black, then I suppose that counts as being pale.
Yeah, I think that there was only one black guy in the whole film, and even he looked pretty pale.
Or James Earl Jones.
Is that who it was?
Uh,
Actually, I think I remember reading that somewhere, yeah.
Yeah, the opening credits.
Oh, okay.
The opening credits, it said James Earl Jones. I was like, wow, Mufasa is in this film. But one thing in the list that wasn't featured was a short-haired woman. There were no short-haired women. In fact, I'm pretty sure there's only one woman.
Yeah, I think so.
There's only one woman in this film.
If you don't count the ones in the Playboy magazine.
They ain't women. And besides, it's very possible that the one woman we saw on that one page was the same woman.
Yeah.
They all had the same haircut.
Because I'm wondering, you know me, I'm a bit face blind, aren't I?
Oh, yes.
Did you notice that Ripper and the guy in the war room were the same guy, and the RAF guy, the president, and Strangelove were all played by the same guy as well?
Wait. Are you talking, when you say Ripper, you're talking about the guy in his office?
Yes.
The guy who instigated the whole thing?
The one who's concerned over his vital fluids. And the one who was, like, in the war room, sort of like...
The general.
Yeah, yeah.
I was suspecting maybe they were the same dude, but they really didn't look too much alike.
It's just their manner, isn't it?
No, I was paying close attention to their physical appearance, and I really didn't consider, because one of them had like a cigar in his mouth, and the other one didn't. I mean, they're completely different. No, one of them.
Okay, that's a dick.
One of them looked like they had like loads of like acne like scars, but the other one didn't look like that at all. And who played the president?
What, the name of the actor?
Well, no. Who else did the president?
The president was the RAF guy, and he was Dr. Strangelove.
No. I mean, I can see how I wouldn't tell from Strangelove and the president, because different nationality, different appearance, totally. Yeah. But the RAF guy and the president
he's got the mustache, yeah. Maybe I'll have to double check this.
I mean, if they truly are the same dude, then that's very good acting.
Yeah, it's funny because I noticed this as well. I don't know if he did this, but Johnny Depp can look quite different, and Gary Oldman can look quite different when they play people.
Yeah.
And I think just the neutral way you hold your face can make such a difference, because I noticed when he plays Sweeney Todd, I think he stretches his face out a bit and he's always got a pout, so he looks different to like his other characters. But yeah, I think it is, just if you're that good an actor, you just disappear into the role.
I guess so. Speaking of actors, I'm going to say this again because the whole James Earl Jones thing, I did want to touch upon it, but...
you want to touch upon James Earl Jones?
Yeah, why not? I'm sure he'll be down. Speaking of actors who are in this film, I noticed James Earl Jones right from the get-go. Well, I noticed him in the opening credits, and I thought, who the heck is he going to play? Is it going to be a big role? Because I thought the first role he was most known for would be in Conan the Barbarian. I was about to say Conan the Bababooey. Conan the Barbarian, yeah, he was the sort of main antagonist in the film. Yeah. The guy gets his head chopped off.
I don't know if it came before, but
I don't think it was before.
Oh, what were you thinking of? Coming to America?
Well, I didn't know if he was in that.
Yeah, he's the King of Africa. Or... Not the King of Africa, whatever.
King of Africa.
All of it.
You only get princes from Africa these days.
Yeah, I guess so. In all those...
And pharaohs, I guess.
All those emails where they need to borrow money.
Actually, you don't get pharaohs anymore.
No.
Which sucks, because pharaohs... I don't know.
I mean, the thing about pharaohs today is they're always playing bloody card games.
That's true.
James Earl Jones, he plays cockpit guy.
Oh, yeah. So you recognised him, right?
Well, I did after you said. I remembered reading it.
Okay. He's, I mean, it's hard to tell in this film because it's black and white, but he's black. No, not really. That's not what I was going to say.
It's funny, before I saw him in it, I remember watching 2001 A Space Odyssey, and I think like everyone in this was white, and I was like, is everyone in this going to be white? But there is one guy.
Yeah, I guess in those days they just have one actor to suit that demographic.
Maybe, yeah.
That little criteria. You would have to have at least one black man in this film. Let's have James Earl Jones. Is he even black? Yeah.
And there's that bit in it where the guy with the cowboy hat is like saying, "Oh, it doesn't matter your race, color, or creed, or whatever. We're all in this together." And it's like, but you're all white guys. And it's like, no, there is one guy, so it still applies.
You guys are talking about me, aren't you? You're making a point just because of me. It's like, well, yeah, don't say it out loud.
We like you, okay? We like you.
I thought the beginning of the film, when it first opened up with that monologue, was very War of the Worlds.
Yeah.
In its delivery.
I think because I've seen it before, I sort of picked up on like the piss-takey thing a little earlier. Because even the beginning, like the recurring, we'll get to this a bit later, but the recurring thing in this is like the Ripper. He's losing some of his vitality, and that's sort of alluded to in the early scene because you hear the music. And I remember thinking, oh, this music's a bit lackadaisical, and I was like, actually, it's almost romantic. And you have that situation where these planes that perpetually have to be in the sky, they need to refuel, don't they? So they get another plane to sort of dock on it with an appendage and refill it back up.
I noted that down. Like, they were holding hands, and it was a very romantic sort of opening. And I thought, wait, what kind of film is this? I thought it was about nuclear war, and now these planes are actually holding each other's hands.
Yeah, and sort of a refilling of the fueling is like giving the plane the vital fluid, so it's sort of foreshadowing the conflict to come.
So this film, what did you say?
I'm saying like the opening is almost like a love scene between two planes.
Right. I don't like how casually you said that.
Okay.
Conflict to come? Is that what you said?
Oh, I see what you're saying now. You know, because the crux of to the extent that this film has a villain, Ripper is the villain because he
rips you a new one.
Yes, but also he's essentially insecure about his dwindling vitality.
Okay, is that? I mean, I was getting that, but is that really a trait of his?
I think so. Yeah. I mean, do you want to get into this now?
Get into what?
Just this section of the film because we've barely sort of passed the beginning, haven't we?
Okay, I suppose. Yeah, let's get into it.
Oh, okay. Basically, the thing that struck me the first time I saw this film is that like when you see something old and you're like, oh man, we haven't changed that much. We're still sort of struggling with the same shit. And I read somewhere something about this film like being put on like a watch list or a dangerous media list by the FBI because of the way it portrayed the US government. They thought it was very disparaging and could do damage to like national security.
Oh, well, that's what I got from it. I got from it that people who are in charge, chances are they're too incompetent to deal with this kind of situation.
Yes, there's a lot of incompetence in this, a very funny incompetence, but specifically with Ripper, he's a guy who, he says he has this romantic encounter, and he was, he wasn't able to perform, or he felt lethargic or something, and he couldn't sort of deal with the idea, because he's getting older, isn't he?
Yeah.
And when guys get older, they sort of lose, they can't they can't get it up or whatever. And he can't deal with that. He can't deal with his own mortality. So rather than accept it, he sort of created this conspiracy in his mind that, like, our vital, our fluids, our water, our fresh supplies and everything are being damaged. And that's the reason why he's sort of losing his vitality.
So he just blames the communists.
Yeah, communists and, just...
I can't get a boner. Bomb Russia.
Exactly. And that's sort of what
Maybe
happens...
if he bummed Russia... Maybe he came out as gay. It wouldn't be a problem.
Maybe not.
Maybe he was gay the whole time.
But that's sort of a similar thing we struggle with today. Like, you see some of these, influencer types who are clearly very insecure. And, like, because there's even, when he mentions that he has that incident, he's very quick to assure, oh, but that didn't happen again. And, like, I was fine after that. And it's sort of just, like, their insecurity manifesting as, like, these delusional impulses and acts of, like, violence. So I just thought that was interesting. I was like, it's still very reflective of, some of the things we have to deal with today.
See, that's the thing with this film. I went into it thinking it was really going to focus on the protocols of an event such as this.
Yes.
But then, and it did touch upon this, the human condition.
Yes.
The human condition that, like, interferes and, like, fucks everything up. Or any protocols you did have, it just... they go out the window and you just have to, act on instinct.
Yeah.
In a sense. And that's what the pilot of the bomber was doing. He was operating on instinct. He just forgot about protocol and sort of made up his own.
Mm.
And then there were all the scenes with the president talking with...
Dimitri. One of my favourite scenes in the whole film.
Yeah. When he was on the phone with him, his acting style changed. He sounded and was acting so much like Phil Hartman the way he was talking sounded just like him as well. He was well, hey there, Dimitri. How you doing? Oh, well, you're fine. Oh, well, I'm fine too. Here we are. We're both fine. Yes.
Yeah. I mean, it does get a little bit into... Because I've noticed this a lot with Kubrick's... Well, at least of the ones I've seen. There is a lot of focus on the mechanical procedure of things. Like, because you see him, like, turning the knobs, getting the papers out, doing all this. And essentially, this is, as you say, a fault in the system where the issue is the human factor. Whereas, like, they put the system in place because they didn't want to... If someone bombed the White House, they didn't want to be left to the wind. So it's like, oh, if that happens, you're allowed to take executive control. And, I mean, again, I didn't expect to get into this soon, but that's sort of... This is obvious to say because there's a character called Strangelove in Peace Walker. But this is very much a big influence on Peace Walker because the whole crux of that story is that the issue with nuclear deterrence is like, what if a human doesn't want to counterattack under the knowledge that they're going to, doom all of humanity? And that's what we have in this. We have a doomsday device, Peace Walker, but it's, it's just like a series of underground bombs that the Russians have set up. And basically, if you attack us, we don't have any input on it. We can't stop it. It's just going to spiral out of control and destroy the entire world. So it's essentially the same thing, except the issue in Peace Walker is that he thinks when he feeds all the phony data to the US government, they're not going to respond, but obviously they try to.
Yeah. And that's also not really protocol. Or is it?
Well,
I suppose in terms of the rule of deterrence, it is protocol because you would retaliate.
Yeah, that's what they're supposed to do. Although, when Big Boss gets in touch and says, oh, it's all wrong... they turn on... Was it the president they were talking to or someone else?
Well, it was the CIA director who was on the phone with them at first.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Well, basically, I think they had assumed the position of command for whatever reason. And he says, we've got to call everything off. But then, like you say, people break protocol. They're like, no, this is all a trick. If they're going to kill us all, we're going to take them down with us. So yeah, again, it's people being incompetent, getting the wrong end of the stick. Ironically, the only people who are competent achieve their goal of releasing the bomb despite everything in their way. Yeah, it's just sod's law of the movie.
Let's talk a bit about the bomber scenes.
Yes.
So I had a couple of things to talk about. Mostly the presentation of those scenes.
Mm-hmm.
Now I didn't notice it at first for some reason. Maybe the earlier shots were like all right. They were very Thunderbird looking.
Yeah.
But towards the end, I thought they were less Thunderbird looking. Because really all it is just footage up from a helicopter.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes
in forward motion, sometimes it's been played backwards.
Yeah.
Depending on which side of the plane you're looking at, front or back. And they've just got like this little plane on a string in front of the camera, and it's just like rocking left and right.
Yeah, there's like a few bits where it's just like spinning to the side, and it's like, you can't skid through the air like that, can you? It would have changed direction.
It did look pretty ridiculous, but then that reminded me of the opening of Naked Gun with the car siren.
Yeah.
And I thought, I wonder if that's at all been influenced by this Doctor Strangelove film. And the plane checks as well. They were very reminiscent of Edgar Wright or Sam Raimi films, where just like they flick a button, zoom in, flick another button, zoom in. It's all very epic. I mean, there's no like epic like Thunderbird music, dun 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 dun. While it's all happening, it's just pretty much just checking everything.
Yeah, a couple of things about that. I think some of those were maybe gags because it was like, let's say, turn on the pre-code, and it would zoom in on pre-code, and there's no epic Thunderbird music, but there is kind of like this sort of bouncy, the ants go marching 2 by 2, hurrah.
Oh yeah.
But it doesn't seem epic. It feels almost comical, doesn't it?
No, that definitely. It didn't. At first, it was like, okay, that's just the song they're playing, because they are essentially marching towards their destiny. It reminded me of ants.
It's the go-to sort of typical army song, isn't it?
Yeah, but every time it cut to that scene, it was that song again, and like you say, eventually did become comical. It's like, okay, what are these crazy kooky dudes gonna do now? They're gonna do more checks. They're gonna talk about what they had for lunch.
It's funny as well because when it first starts and they're like all doing their own thing, like one's reading Playboy, one's like doing some card tricks. Like everyone's very bored, they're very idle, and when they first get the command, they almost don't believe it. It's like, what? Like, because they just think I don't think they ever thought they were going to get called into action.
No.
So when it does, they do kind of like one guy gets his cowboy hat, which I guess is also kind of comical because it's like, he's just a crazy guy.
One scene I thought was kind of unnecessary, but I suppose for the lols, it was good to have it in. They were doing sort of inventory check, and they had prophylactics on the station. The only thing I can think of is like they're all getting it on in the air. They're all part of the Mile High Club.
Yeah.
And they only had 4 between them, so that 5th guy must be. He must be the receiver. I wonder if that was James Earl Jones.
Oh, no.
Remember, always wrap it up, Simba. Don't be like your father.
Yeah, and they also, I don't know why this stuck out to me. They had like 7 sticks of chewing gum or something. It makes me wonder, is all of that real? Like, I don't know, because I'm wondering if like this Article R thing is real, and maybe like when Kubrick found out about that was like the crux of the whole film of like, just pointing out how ridiculous this all was.
Well, what's ridiculous about having chewing gum?
Well, I don't know. It just seems odd that.
Well, it seems to me chewing gum. I mean, you've seen Bill and Ted. It acts as an adhesive.
Well.
So if something goes wrong with the plane, it might just save your life.
Well, maybe.
It might just make sure that nuke goes to its destination, destroys the world. You need chewing gum.
All right, you convinced me. Getting to the erratic behaviour though of like the cowboy guy. That's also another way they sort of show it. Like, you mentioned the president, he's kind of bumbling and fumbling. But also, like, the general guy, he's almost like an excited kid, isn't he? He's like, come on, look at the board! And he's like, we can't let him in here and see our big board. And he's talking about, we're going to zoom in and come in real low. It's so cool.
Well, at the beginning of the film, it seemed like he was totally game for war.
Mm.
And then towards the end, he was showing concern when disagreements were being made over the phone.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I really don't know what his end game was because, at the very end, he was like, nuclear war or whatever. It's not exactly going to get to fight. So if he was excited for that, whatever, he doesn't get to be excited for that. And then when Strangelove mentions 10 women per guy,
yeah, like
all of a sudden he's back thinking war is great again.
Because earlier in the film, we do have a scene where they're trying. This is another. There's a lot of great phone calls in this, but basically, his secretary, who he's banging, has to pick up the phone for him, and she's like relaying the whole conversation. And there's a bit early in the film where she calls him in a war room. He's like, "You can't call me right now. I'm in the war room." Yeah, of course, it's not just physical. Yeah, I'll make an honest woman out of you. Of course, I respect you as a human being. But then he seems pretty game for the harem situation at the end of the film. Which, that sort of... I don't know if that's just being silly, because, Strangelove is basically a German scientist who's, probably been brought over after World War II. And he's still obviously got some lingering Nazi philosophies in him. Like, I think he's meant to have, like, a robot hand, which,
It's been programmed to seek Heil.
Yeah. And then when he tries to like beat up his own arm, it starts choking him. So it's, you could say like, oh, it's like a fascist ideology harms you in the end, ultimately, or whatever. But obviously, he's only trying to hide it because he doesn't want people to know he's still a Nazi. But yeah, then as soon as the world is ending, he's pretty quick to put these methods in place of like, we will only select the most sexually breedable of the women. And of course, we will have to be at it day and night. And just, trying to spin things in his favour. And this idea that, I guess, because they brought over someone who still holds Nazi ideology, it's going to find its way to seep its way into
the New World.
Yeah. Because that's
World Order.
something that's sort of explored in, like, Captain America. They brought over the Nazi scientists, and it seeped in and came out. And you could say that, to an extent, that's still happening today, isn't it? Like, Nazis still trying to, be cool again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they have to realise they're like disco. It's not coming back.
No.
It's dead. Let it die.
But
Just let it die.
But I'd like disco to come back.
Just for a second there. I thought you were going to say something else.
But yeah, then we can have more Yakuza disco dance minigames.
Oh, I suppose that's true.
Yeah. This is a bit of a random thing. Do you know who Tim Robinson is?
No.
Oh. I think he kind of looks like the general guy. I don't know if they're related. Probably cut that. Apparently a lot of the scenes in this were improvised, which it's surprising to some people because they think Kubrick's a very, meticulous planner. But like you say, this is almost like a play. And the two main guys, if they are indeed the same two guys, they're a great double act, aren't they? Like, back and forth.
I guess they are, yeah. Okay, one thing I was wondering if it was ad-libbed at the time is General Buck falling over.
Oh, yeah.
Because, I don't know.
It was a very good fall if it was on purpose.
I guess it was a real, because it looked like he fell over something, like he tripped over something.
Yeah.
But there was nothing in that war room other than the war room table.
And maybe the rim, I don't know. It's hard to tell.
Going back to Strangelove, have you ever played or seen anything of Conker's Bad Fur Day?
A little bit, not a whole lot.
So there's so many references in that game, and the lead scientist antagonist is like a direct sort of rip-off of Dr. Strangelove. Talks just like him. And another thing, much like how the actors in this film play multiple characters, I'm pretty sure there's only one voice actor who plays all the male roles in that game. Plays Conker, plays all the supporting characters. The only person he doesn't play are the females and the Great Mighty Pooh.
I was just about to ask about the Great Mighty Pooh.
No, they got someone special in for that. Someone who actually can
do opera
sing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure the woman was a one-woman show as well. She did all the female voices. I mean, obviously they were influenced by Strangelove because they had a Strangelove character in their game.
Yeah.
I just find it funny that they did the similar sort of route of voicing everything. Only two actors.
Yeah, I wonder, that could have been like a similar idea. But that's got to be a great gig for a voice actor to do all those different voices.
Yeah, I'd like to do that one day. I kind of do that.
Yeah, we both could do that if we wanted to.
Yeah.
But another thing, while we're on influences, I think Alex Hirsch must have seen this film because of two reasons. One, I think his humour's quite similar to it. And two, he does... three reasons, actually. Two, Bill Cipher sings the ending song from this. We'll meet again, don't know where, But also, I was listening to he was on a podcast. I think this might have been one with, he did like an 8-hour podcast with Justin Roiland for, I think it might have been H3H3 now that I think about it. But basically, he laid out his nuclear apocalypse plan.
Okay.
Where he's like, you got to take off all your clothes and burn them because they're going to be irradiated. You got to get behind lead. You got to bury gold and stuff like that. So, I definitely think he was influenced by this.
Do you have a plan?
No, even if I did, I don't think...
I know what I'm going to do.
Yeah?
I'm going to find out where exactly the bomb's going to hit. I'm going to do a handstand, spread my butthole, and just take it like a champ. And chances are, if I'm as pliant as I think I am, I just might save this country.
Take one for the team.
I will take one for the whole country.
Well, yeah, I guess that's a more extreme version of jumping onto a grenade.
Yeah. The grenade jumps on me.
Yeah. Well, thank you for your, maybe sacrifice. Who knows? We'll see.
For my patriotism.
Yes.
Yes.
How do we pivot out of that?
How do we pivot out of a nuclear bomb in my ass?
Yes.
I don't know. I since the beginning of this recording, I've been thinking about bumming because you said it.
The scenes with... we haven't talked a lot about the scenes with the RAF guy and Ripper, which... those are some of... I don't know, there's a lot of scenes in this that are my favourite scenes, because there's a couple of lines I really like in the war room where he'll see the big board, I really like that one, when he's attacking the Russian ambassador, and the president's like, "Gentlemen, you can't fight in here, this is the war room!"
Oh, yeah.
There's also a funny bit of visual... There's a visual gag when the soldiers are attacking Ripper's base. There's a sign that says, "Peace is our..." What does it say? "Oh, peace is our profession."
Oh, yeah, I noticed that.
Obviously, so much carnage going on. But, when he's sort of just like the pulling teeth of like, when the RAF guy, he listens to a radio, he hears nice music, and he's like, "Oh, well, I guess everything's fine." And it slowly dawns on him that this guy's totally out of whack. And like the low angle sort of looking up at him as he's smoking that big cigar, talking about his weird ideas about bodily fluids. And I just sort of like because you say it's like a play, and this is sort of, to me, sort of a mix of like traditional stage play type shooting and sort of a more cinematic stuff, because you got the shots where it's like looking up at him and making him look all deranged. But then like when he locks the door and then he sort of walks off to like open the door and he's like stuck in there, that's almost like a silent comedy type shot, isn't it? It's just, "May I have the key, please?"
Yeah, it was good.
Even another bit I really liked is just before he commits suicide. He's like trying. This sort of convinces me that it was a lot of improv because he's sort of like trying to come up with ways to like get him to tell him the code that will release everyone. It's like, I tell you what, why don't you you have a shave and we'll work on getting that code. And like, yes, you need nourishment and of course the code, of course.
Yeah, and he's taking his coat from him and saying, "Oh, I'll hold that while you give me the code, and I'll get your gun as well. I'll hold that while you're thinking about giving me the code."
Yeah, and then just bang.
You don't see characters really taught like that these days. I think it's a lost art.
Yeah, just
That sort of. I don't want to call it ye olde English because it's not that old.
no,
But,
it's sort of I guess faffy, sort of like not exactly flamboyant, but sort of like that.
proper,
Yeah, very proper.
very prim, very proper, almost austere.
And obviously he gets killed and he gets taken by another guy. Now here's another thing I noticed in the film, which I couldn't quite put it together, but there's sort of a recurring theme of like, because the reason the Doomsday thing exists is because the New York Post posted about it, and so Russia heard that and it's like, well, we better work on our own Doomsday device. So that's sort of an instance where the business of media has sort of, created an unfortunate situation, but also commerce, because later on he's trying to phone the president to give him a release code, and he can't because it's a payphone. Like, why would you have do you think they really would have a payphone on a base like that? Just the idea that he can't make this important call because he doesn't have 20 cents.
Well, it's hard to say because, yeah, I mean, that was back in the day. I don't know what it was like to live in that sort of day, but it was a military base.
Yeah, so I don't know if that was just for the sake of the gag or if they actually, I'm picturing maybe Kubrick went to... Nah, I don't know. But
I think maybe
anyway.
Coca-Cola had something to do with that sign.
Yeah, because after that, he's saying, come on, this is life or death. You got to shoot the Coca-Cola machine to get me money. He's like, well, okay, but if you're wrong, you're going to have to answer to the Coca-Cola company.
Yeah, I'm getting a little bit suspicious of Coca-Cola now. That's twice they've been involved in a nuclear.
Yeah,
themes.
what the hell?
And if you've played any of the Fallout games, there's such a focus on Nuka-Cola. Which is obviously their universe's version of Coca-Cola.
Yeah, royalty
and how it can survive a nuclear war. It's that good. You should always invest in Coca-Cola. Yeah.
By the Twinkie principle, it's so not food it will survive the apocalypse.
So not food.
Yes. Oh, and just to put a button on that, there's another bit earlier where he when he's trying to pull the information out of him, he says, "Were you a prisoner of war? Were you tortured?" It's like, yes, I was tortured by the Japanese and dreadful swine. Make very good cameras though. And it's just like, even when these people are at war, it's just like, they do make good cameras though, and we got to buy cameras.
They're not all bad.
Yeah, I don't know if that's what he was getting at, but yeah. Sorry, go on.
Oh, I just want to because there's a lot of characters in this film. Well, actually, there's not too many characters. There's certainly not too many characters that are named. There's a lot of characters that feature in the film, but I find the ones that are named, more often than not, they'll have a funny last name.
Yeah,
I mean, Premier Kiss Off. At some point I was thinking, is there going to be a kiss off battle at some point?
Even Strangelove's name, I think in German, doesn't it probably because it's something Lieben, so it probably translates to Strangelove, right?
Well, whatever it translates to, I'm sure it sounds funny in a German accent.
Yeah. And I guess just to wrap up, what is your overall takeaway from the film?
Well, I've already said it. I'm frightened of the incompetence of our leaderships. Mm-hmm. Because even if you do stick to protocol, the human condition, in some human involved in the whole thing,
who's self-interested or not in their right state of mind,
or just panic.
Yeah,
it can just be easy as someone panicking, and then all of a sudden, protocols, whatever you've got in place, that doesn't really matter, because I mean that can be said about anything. Yeah. Something can go wrong, but this is something big.
And even when you do follow the protocols, like the guys on the ship, because the radio got damaged, in that instance, following protocols was bad. Led to a bad outcome.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I mean, the guy had a fun time on the way down.
Yeah, he definitely did. That's a pretty that's a heavily referenced scene, isn't it?
I mean, I can only think of the Simpsons reference.
But yeah, it's very good. It holds up. It's still very funny.
It is definitely funny, yes.
Good quality film.
Agreed.
So next, we'll be watching Them, which all
Who?
I know... What?
Who?
Them.
Yeah, who?
Yeah, apparently they're giant
Who are we watching? Are we just creeping on people? Is that what you want to do next time?
No! Well...
Someone else going to be in the theatre with us? I thought it was just us two.
Well, and our lovely host, of course.
Oh, yes, lovely. Quote, unquote. Oh.
But no, the them to which I'm referring, I think, are giant ants.
Oh.
Yeah. Which is why I thought it would be a good idea to watch this one first, because we just watched something about a giant spider. You know, we don't want to watch giant bugs again.
I don't know, I kind of want to get through all the bug films as quick as possible.
Oh, you don't like them, do you?
Well, I just don't think they like me.
Do they antagonize you?
I think you're real funny.
I know I'm funny.
Well, I'm right there with you. You are funny. You're the funniest damn dude I know.
Thank you.
Apart from me.
What?
I'm funnier.